Hello and welcome back to Von Milhausen Plays Darkfall, the journal. In the last episode, we just finished off by looking through the contents of this suitcase, which I can't open anymore, but you have to jiggle the screwdriver around in a very particular pattern to unlock it. And there was a note inside from George who was basically like saying, sorry if you're reading this and that means you've been snared into all this madness as well. My bad. So I think one of the last puzzles we have to solve is the gramophone down in Edith's room. So I am going to go and have a fiddle with that now and see if I can sort anything out. It's definitely music related of some variety, and the big clue that we've been given, I think, is this one here, which is the lyrics to that old song, As Time Goes By, because we've heard ghosts humming it around the place. It's written on the wall of her room, etc. So I think... Oh dear, the noise is stuck again. It shut up. I think it's something to do with that lyric. But the only musical thing that's in here is a gramophone. And this is the only record. This is the one that's in it, I guess, at the moment. Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't found any records to pick up anywhere else. And that track isn't on this record. So the only other clue that we have is a note. Let's see if I can very quickly go and find it. In Edith's room, just down the hall, or Betty's room, I should say. If I can go back over here and we reactivate the metronome, then the note appears, and somewhere in... Yeah, she says she's listening to that blasted old song on her gramophone over and over again. At least she hasn't got on as loud as it was. In fact, I can hardly hear it. She must have the volume down very low, thank goodness. So that's the only thing I can think of, that it's something to do with having the gramophone on a really low volume. But I don't know. I'll see. I'll fiddle around with it and I'll bring you back. Hang on. What's this? Oh my god. That was an obtuse puzzle if ever I saw one. So on the daughter's wall there was a picture hanging with the sheet music of a track that... And now the picture is magically back on the wall. Well, then I can go and show you. So over here in the daughter's room, if we can have a look at it now. Yeah, this one. There's this piece of sheet music hanging here on Hastings Pier, which is... the second track on this record. Now this record has 14 tracks, but there's only... Oh my god, my ears. Let me turn down. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So maybe 7 on one side and 7 on the other or something. To be honest, records are a little bit kind of before my time. I've never gotten into them as kind of like retro audiophile kind of stuff. So I'm assuming then that this is track 2, which is on Hastings Pier. I noticed that you can walk away from the gramophone, and unlike most things in the game, it'll actually let you walk away from it with the audio playing. But if you look at this next wall over here to the right, where you get a here, as soon as that here plays, the gramophone stops. So at first I thought it was just like, this is nothing, it's a bug kind of thing, but actually I think you just have to look at the one specific place. Now that one specific place is over here, but the music has to be loud, not quiet. And there's her bloody symbol. That is just an awful puzzle. Right, I'm going to very happily scratch gramophone off the puzzle list. I'm going to make a note of this one. And that one, I'm assuming we get a word for it as well. There's a note here. Remember this word, Ixiam. I-X-I-A-M. Now, we'd seen that before. I think in the... Yes, in the invisible ink note that we found in the cupboard in the studio upstairs, we got 4 words and 4 people. Betty's was T-Y-M-A, Miss Fly's was Morcana, Grabble's was Frenic, and Edith's is Ixiam. Okay, but we know which symbol is Ixiam now. Okay, Edith. Hide the scrap in a safe place. I know you think I have lost my mind, but you must learn to trust me on this. I wanted you to leave the hotel and take Betty with you, but it is too late. Arthur and I disturbed something that should have stayed dormant. Arthur has taken the secret to the grave. I am not so lucky. I have divided the only key to our salvation into pieces. I have given a piece to each of you and the guests. It was the only way of guarding its location from the evil which stalks us. My research is our only chance. Remember this word, Ixiam. A strange word, I know, and by the morning you can forget it to God, if I am successful. Lastly, do not open your door this night unless you know for sure who it is that calls on you. Yours, George. Well, I guess she was not so lucky. So let me just go and do a quick recap now of all the symbols that I have the words for. And I will bring you back because there's 12 in total, and to be honest, I don't really have a good handle on how many I have. Because if we have all 12 or mostly all 12, we can maybe make an attempt on the basement, which I'm assuming is where the end game is. So let me just do a quick tot up, and I'll see where I'm at. Okay, I think that's it. I think we have all 12. So the very first one that we got was Larsus, which is like the 2 circles connected, like an old barbell with an equal sign over it, that we got from the bathroom wall. Our brother Pete was talking about the word cars being stuck in his head, and he set up the theodolite, and the theodolite gave us a symbol that was like a triangle with a hook coming out of it. So that's 2. The next one that we got then was the symbol we found in Matilda's fly's room, which was like the number 2 with an vertical equal sign over its bar. And from the invisible ink note, we found out that her word was Morcana. The next one then that we got in room 2C, we found one that was like a kind of half an arrow pointing left with a single bar over it, and its word was Lossa. We got another symbol from Andrew Verney, which was like the number 4 with a kind of a squiggle coming off the bar to the side, and that was the constellation Raka. The next one that we got was Betty's symbol from the piano, which was like kind of the lowercase th with the bar of the T crossing the H, and again from the invisible note, and also from the note that we saw in the Radivision goggles right beside the piano, her keyword was TYMA. We found Gloria Grabo's symbol in under the floorboard in her room, and that was like a square with kind of a crossy thing underneath it, and again from the invisible ink note we know that her word was Frenic. Somewhere, I didn't write down exactly where we found it, but we came across the word malice somewhere, and that was the symbol. It was like a horizontal barbell with kind of a crossy thing coming out the top. from the horrible puzzle in George Crabtree's room where you had to arrange the 4 alchemical symbols around the bowl. We got the word Alcus and a symbol that was like a circle with 2 crosses on either end. And yeah, we just got Mortim from the projector in George Crabtree's study, and we got Ixiom here from your one's room right here in front of us, and I can't remember, but we also just recently got Olivak as well, Olivak. That was like a kind of a T with a curly thing off to the side. So that's 12. So we have 12 symbols, 12 words. We have the diagram that we got from the bedspread, which is apparently the answer for the first trial, which would be green, blue, red, yellow, or green, blue, red, orange. The second trial is apparently 4 elements: fire, electricity, air, and water, or something like that. And then the third trial, I'm guessing, is going to be something to do with these symbols and the power words that go with them. And we have an ordering for these symbols that we got from the monolith down in the basement of the shed. Looking through the stone with all the holes on the right hand side let us see symbols in the monolith behind it. And there was a diagram in the journal in Arthur's study that gave us an order going from the top to the bottom of that thing. So we have the symbols in order, which I'm guessing will be the answer for the third trial. So I think we're pretty much ready to head down into the basement and tackle whatever we find there. But I'm going to do that in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of Darkfall, the Journal.